Good morning. Thank you for coming. Today what I would like to do is to teach you how to give a presentation with the sandpaper letters using the Montessori method. Are any of you familiar with the Montessori method?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay, well, Montessori was began by a lady named Dr. Maria Montessori back in the late 1800s in Italy. She was an educator and a physician who had one of her jobs was in the Department of Psychiatry in the University of Rome's hospital. And in there, she had charge over the youngest children who were already diagnosed as being mentally deficient and incapable of learning. But within 2 years' time, she had taught those children so well that they were able to pass the standardized exams in the public schools within Italy. Another interesting fact about Montessori is that there are many great business leaders today who give their credit to their early beginnings within Montessori. Some of those people today are Sergey Brin and Larry Page, who are the founders of Google, along with Jeff Bezos, who's the founder of Amazon, and Jimmy Wales, the Wikipedia founder. Peter Drucker, who is a social ecologist, Will Wright, a video game pioneer, and Julia Child, along with David Blaine, who's an illusionist, and Sean P. Diddy Combs, the musician artist. So as you can see, Montessori has affected quite a lot of people's lives. A little bit about myself. I've taught in a Montessori school for about 5 years. I'm also a certified preschool kindergarten teacher. What I would like to do is to show you the proper way to introduce the lesson of sandpaper letters. This lesson is useful for teaching them the recognition of the letters, the sounds they produce, and the early beginnings for handwriting and reading skills. The first thing that you want to do is to organize your materials. In this case, it's the sandpaper letters, and you would choose 3 of them to begin with, and I've chosen A, M, and S. You would invite the child to come sit at the table with you, and then you would demonstrate the lesson first by using the first 2 primary fingers on your dominant hand and tracing over the letter in the correct direction and saying A, the letter sound. You would do this 3 times. A, A. And then you would ask the child to repeat what you've demonstrated to them. After this, there are many extensions to this lesson. One of the first extensions you can offer is the use of the cornmeal tray. With the cornmeal tray, you would offer a small amount of cornmeal within a shallow tray, again, placing the letters that the child's already mastered alongside of the tray, and you would ask them to choose one of the letters using their 2 fingers, trace the letter again, say its sound, S, and then create the letter within the cornmeal, S. The next extension that you can do with this lesson is the use of Play-Doh. And in this case, what you would do is you would offer a ball of Play-Doh. The child would roll the Play-Doh into a thin line, and with that line be able to construct the letters that they've already learned with the use of the sandpaper letters. Again, reinforcing with their 2 fingers that they would go over the letter and say its name, S, and then create the Play-Doh structure. The next extension you could do with this lesson is the use of the dry erase board. And all you would do is place the dry erase board alongside the sandpaper letters, again, having them choose one of the letters they've already mastered, tracing it with their fingers, saying its sound, and then being able to write it on the dry erase board. There's another extension to this lesson that they find enjoyable, and it's called the knock-knock game. And in this situation, what you would do is you would invite a few children to join you on a mat on the floor. And you would begin by turning the sandpaper letters that the children have already learned face down on the floor. And you would ask one of the children to choose one of the letters by saying, knock, knock, who's there? They would turn the letter over, and then they would again use their fingers, trace the letter, and say its name, A. And then they would turn the card back over, and it would be another child's turn. So as you can see, the sandpaper letters are quite useful for many things. And within the Montessori setting, it leads them into many of the other language arts that are available. If there's any questions about this lesson, or if you have any other comments, I'll be happy to share them with you at the end. Thank you for coming.